Yes, everybody, we're back for another one. Ball Hour Show. Thanks everyone for liking, subscribing, sharing. Keep going. So this week we have Sapps. I'm so happy. And who else have we got with us? Go on, say your name. Big boy manager, Craig Edwards. Love it. So Craig, you're Cheshunt manager.
Yeah.
Sapps assistant. Didn't even know. When did you become, this your first year coaching?
This is the first year, yeah.
So how did it happen? How did you hook up
well,
with
he's I've played me at a few clubs, and I've known him for ages, and he was going that way. He was looking to get involved, and like Rambo went, my assistant for the last good few years, and I just thought it'd be a good opportunity for him. And when he went last year, it was a big loss in the dressing room, because he's a big character, and I thought it'd be great to get him back, and so
was there a reason why you left last year?
I got rid of him.
I think game times was a bit limited, and I think where I missed most of the pre-season, I was literally playing catch up. So I just thought, you know what, let me try and go somewhere to get some more games and that. But it was closer to the end of the season. Yeah.
Did you get what do you call it? Did you get full pre-season this year?
You know what? Not at all.
He never gets a full pre-season.
Because you look slimmer.
He goes.
I've been working out, but
he's in Jamaica for half of it. Comes back and he's like a big disappointment to me in many ways, because he's arguably the most talented player I've ever had. He's got it all. Yeah. But he don't get fit.
Why is that? Why is that, Sapps? Why don't you get fit, Sapps?
Nah, you know what? I think it's just pre-season is a bit busy. Like I'm off. I tend to book my holidays around that time.
Yeah, purposely. What times he go? Text me. When we start in pre-season, Gaff, and then when I tell it, that's when he books his holiday.
I love that. Obviously, I know you from Haringey.
Yeah.
So when I joined, how long had you been there at Haringey?
I think I'm just a month. I've literally just been there a month.
Was that after you left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Close, much closer to my house. Yeah. And the training was pretty decent, so I thought I went down to watch a few games before that, and the boys was doing well, and I thought it's not bad. Like, I could go down, do a bit of training, and then see how it goes from there. Yeah,
because I remember you coming on against Cheshunt, and and when that ball comes up to you, it sticks, mate. It sticks. So you gave us problems, but anyway, you're now at Cheshunt. How's your season going, guys, so far?
Well, it's been a bit of a mixed bag, really, which I expected, because when you get promoted, I always think it's when you chat a team up. Obviously, I've managed at this level for many years, but when you chat a team up, we kept the bulk of the squad from last year. Yeah. And I felt that they're all good enough to step up, but you never really know. You never really know till you get into it, and it's not just a question of ability; it's whether they've got that belief that they can step up. Then there's the physical side of it, and also being like a bit clued up. Yeah. And I think some have sort of fallen by the wayside that have not quite acted it. And obviously, when you do step up, you get a lot of players from that level that want to come over, and it's the same as anything. It's very competitive, and whoever does the business gets the shirts.
So what's the how do you balance, like, you've come up, obviously you've got players who want to come, how do you then say, you know what, let me stick with mine, or when do you choose to actually, you know what, let me bring you in? Like, what balance do you have?
Well, like I say, we had a lot of players come in over pre-season, and it's a culmination of things. It's their fitness, whether they're going to fit into how we play, whether they're receptive to what we want to do, and the most important thing of all is, are they good lads? Yeah. Because wherever we've had, our dressing rooms are always very good, and that's very important to me. And you know, and I basically tell them, I said, like, whether you come from Man United or Clapton, if you're an arsehole, you're out of here in a week, you know, and that's how we've always been. Yeah. And yeah, so you know, you make mistakes. I mean, over the years, there's been some terrific players that I thought I let him go too early, and you know, but you've got a limited time, and you have to make snap decisions. I mean, someone comes in, and anyone has a bad run of games or is off form, and it doesn't happen for them, and you let them go, and then all of a sudden they go somewhere and start smashing in goals, or it can happen, you know. So it's all sort of snap decisions pre-season. And there's every year I'll you know, you'll get someone in pre-season who looks $1 million pre-season, but as soon as the season kicks in, they're not the same player. And
how much patience do you guys show them? How much say do you actually have with things behind closed doors?
I think it's a mix of, like, we speak about stuff, different players and that, and like, you give your opinion and what you think, and then we move on from there, to be fair.
So if you had a player and he's like, look, get him in,
we'll have a look at him, bring him in, have a look at him, and then go from there.
But you know, I mean, like, I've got Sapps, my skipper, Mark Hughes, who's played, you know, he's played internationally. I mean, like
the old Stoke manager.
No. Same name. Yeah. I fell on that one. But no, but you know, these are people I respect their opinions. And Peter Russell, who's my assistant as well, he was our goalkeeping coach. You know, and we have chats about players, about how we're going to go, about, you know, and I value their input, because they know their football. You know, and I always sort of like to hear what they've got to say. You know, we've got good ideas, all different ideas.
I've spoken to a couple of people this year about different teams in our league and everything. And when Cheshunt come up, everyone always says the same thing, that you guys are very physical and just love a fight. But does that do you like a bit of a injustice?
Nah, not really. I like winners. I like people that compete. I like people with a bit of an edge. You know, and I mean, I think that when you get a winner, if they're not winning, then you're going to get a side of them that is determined to win, and you know, they might have a bit of aggression about them. You know, and they've got a bit about them. And I generally find, you know, and funny enough, I mean, sometimes over the years I've signed players, and like my assistant might have said, "But you hate him, you can't stand him." I said, no, I can't stand playing against him. And you know, and there's so many players that I've brought in that I just hated as a manager playing against. You know, because you know they're very, very hard to beat, and you know, and they're the type of players that I like to get in. And that's it really. That's the answer to that one. And we are. I mean, I would say that we're fit, we're physical, we work hard. And they're all things that I think should be a given. I think if you get that, you're organised, you're going to be very hard to beat. If you add a bit of quality to it, you start winning things.
Are you getting 90 minutes out of Sapps?
No chance.
Nah, not yet. Maybe a couple more games.
Okay. How was your, like, what are like your targets in regards to this season, like management, coaching, or playing? Are you going to do more of the playing, or just kind of as the season goes on, just kind of fall back?
I think just a bit more of the coaching, focusing a bit more.
Have you always wanted to get into?
You know what? Not really. Not really. Like, what I think where you played a bit higher, then you got a bit more experience in that. Like some of the players that you can pass it on to, the ones that want to learn, because a lot of the younger ones nowadays tend to know it all. But the ones that do want to learn, you can pass on a little bit of information that could help them somewhere along the line.
Does Brian listen to you?
Yeah, you know what he does. You know.
Brian Moses is the Cheshunt striker. In case you.
There's little points in his game, like I speak to him about, like, being a bit more aggressive at times, because where he's, I think, 6'8".
Yeah, it's like, tall.
Some people climb over him. And I'm saying you got to get people off you and be a little bit more aggressive. And like he's.
How old is he now?
I think he's 20, 21. How old is he?
I think he's a bit older than that.
Can't be 21. Can't be 21.
23.
Oh right, so he's still very young.
Still young, yeah.
He's still very young.
But
Okay.
if he had some of his aggression in him when he plays. You know, nice and laid back he is and all that. But when he plays, he's got that edge about him. Brian needs to, like I said, to be a bit more nastier really on the pitch.
Do you think Brian can get 20 goals in this season?
This season, well, he's got 2, so he's only got 18 to go. But I mean, to be fair, yesterday probably was his poorest game of the season. But as I said before, I don't know how you feel about it, but I thought he really suffered in the heat.
Yeah,
And some players do, and he just looked miles off it. It was hot yesterday, but of all my players, he was the one who looked like he was really struggling with the heat.
Yeah. Okay, so as managers and coaches, how much patience do you show with players? So let's say someone had a bad game yesterday. It's been known in non-league, certain teams, you have one bad game and you're out. How much patience do you guys show? Is it a conversation or is it literally like, nah, get him out one game?
No, I mean, I think anyone can have bad games. It's just where I won't show any patience is if I don't think they're giving everything they got. Because my thing is you know, you'll go out there and your touch might be off, but you can stop. Invariably, you're going to be up against an opponent. You can stop him having a good game, even if you ain't having the best game. And if I see one of my players, he's, you know, and it was yesterday, I thought there was 2 or 3 that were a bit off it.
Yeah.
But if they're, you know, they're working and they're giving everything they can, then I'll be very patient with them. You know, probably as much as any manager, you know. But at the end of the day, you've got to perform. You know, after you can only sort of be patient for so long because you've got to get results. You know, it's the same at any level of football. You've got to get results, so they have to perform. But without contradicting myself, over the course of a season, every player will have a little dip, you know, in his form. And so, if they're players, and I think that it comes along when you get to know your players, the trust you got with them, if they're good characters, like I mentioned before, that you know that they're just having a dip in form and they'll come good, you know, and you try to help them. You know, you have little chats with them, you work with them in training to try and get their confidence back up, and then hopefully that they repay you by giving you good performances.
Yeah. So, because you're assistant manager now, is it a given that you're gonna play?
No.
It's not a given.
Nah.
So do you kind of have to, when you're on the bench, just whisper like, "Get me on now"? And
I think where the boys have been doing quite good anyway. So like there ain't like a need to try and rush in or anything. Yeah. Like, I think at the same time you got to work just as hard as they do to try and get in the team anyway.
Are you still training fully with them? Everything.
Yeah, like I join in the sessions.
2-touch.
He still looks class. Yeah, ping a ball anywhere, left foot, right foot, just
ridiculous.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll tell you what, honestly, I wouldn't say I've given up on him, but I've given up trying to get him to do it because he could just do unbelievable things. I remember one against Arrow, he took a free kick. It's been 10 yards outside the area, so about 28 yards. Took it right footed, it's hit the wall and come back at him on the half volley, and he's hit it left footed top corner.
Do you remember that?
Just unbelievable.
There's a couple of goals he scored.
And I said, like, you know, and I thought, I don't know many players could do that.
Yeah.
You know, take a free kick right footed, it comes up on the half volley left footed and ping it straight away top bins.
Has it always been like that? Like when you play under him, like he just kind of knows what you can do and just. Hopes that
I think
he pulls it off.
I play a certain way, and when I'm playing and when I'm on my game, then like you know exactly how I'm gonna play. Like nothing really changes. Get hold of it, play, and to be fair, I look to score goals. Yeah. So like that's it. Like I know. Like I think we played together for like a few years where he knows exactly what to expect. And
where did you first play under?
Billericay.
Yeah.
And he was my top scorer there. And funny enough, ironically, when he played me there, my one thing, because he wants to be involved, and I felt at times he dropped in too deep because he wanted to get on the ball, and you know, and I wanted him at a point. And then when I got the Cheshunt job, they were 6 points adrift at the bottom of Div 1, division below. New Year's Day this was, and and played 3 games more. So they were really in big trouble. And the first signing, Sapps, because I thought I dealt with him. It's his neck of the woods and everything. Got him over there, so initially I had a problem because he had to play, and I had Jason Allett, and I wasn't sure the two of them, as a two, would give us enough. I think thought teams could play higher up against us and nullify them a bit.
Yeah.
But we had a lad who went to Haringey as well, Carl Roberts, and he was very, very quick. He was very quick, young lad. He came at the end of last season. But he's very quick anyway. But
The young one?
The young one, yeah.
Oh, the winger?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
okay,
he was more of a striker, he was. And
oh, he's good. Where's he now?
I don't think he's playing,
He was at Abbey, yeah.
Yeah. But I've heard he's sort of unfit, and he, George, But, so what we did, whereas Billericay, I used to try and keep him as high as I could, when we had Allett, and then I would say to him, right now I want you to drop in.
Yeah.
And he'd drop in, get on the ball, and he'd always pick a pass.
Yeah.
And Cole, we told Cole just make the runs
Off.
in the spaces where he leaves. So it was really fluent, and Allett was always right on the edge of the last defender. And we just scored bundles for fun, and we smashed everyone, didn't we? Last 8 games, we just and it worked really well.
Yeah.
So I think you have to adapt to what you got. You know? And if you got really good players, you have to adapt a little bit to fit them in. You know? And so we scored a lot, and then last year we went. It was Mosey's, Little Shane, and Hallett, and that worked very, very well. Yeah. But in a different way, we had to get Shane at the tip of the diamond, and with them two, and Brian had the pace and the height. Hallett was all power and scored goals. And Shane, I think he was a big loss for us this year, because he was.
That's
like
the one that's gone to
magic
Romania,
man.
right?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah. Okay.
It's funny, when we first got him in, his first game, the chairman didn't know that I brought him in, and he's 5'4", 5'5", and he looks like he's about 12. And he walked out with Brian, and he's 6'8", and and they thought, all the directors thought that he was the mascot. They did. And but by the end of the game, after the game, went in the bar. He said, "Yeah, we thought he was the mascot." He said, "But by the end of the game, we knew he weren't, because he was a fantastic player." You know?
How do you not think your season's going so far, Sapps? Like, obviously, you're not on the pitch, so you're seeing it differently now.
You know what? The first couple of games is always like a little test out for everyone. Everyone gelling, basically getting to the stride of things. So it's not really, you're trying to get as much points on the board as possible, but like it's not going to define your whole season. So I think you just want to get those first couple of games out, first 5 games out the way, and then hopefully try and get a good run going. Yeah. And if you can get a run, maybe 5-6 games, you never know. You just shoot up the table. Like the way the league is set, anyone at the moment, anyone could be anyone. Because if you look at the results, it's like they throw you off. Like Worthing, I think they got smashed. I think 6-0 by Hornchurch. Like, and last year they were up there. They're one of the better footballing teams.
But Hornchurch also have
Hornchurch. Well, Hornchurch, I think they've invested heavily this year, so I think they're looking to go for it. But even they got beaten, I think, a few weeks back. So
I know that they haven't got 100% record. So
that's
the thing. Like,
I was saying before you came, we lost to Thurrock, then we beat Potter's Bar, pretty comfortably, and then Potter's Bar beat
East Thurrock. Comfortably.
So yes, he's got that bit. But what's pleased me is how we've sort of shored it up at the back, and I do think, I thought he did very well too when he came on. Yeah, it's going to be frustrating. But he's.
Why is he going to be frustrated?
He's very
individual.
Yeah.
Doesn't pass.
Yeah.
Will not pass.
The thing is, he's got that
a real handful.
X factor to beat. He will beat players, and he will create, I think, at least 5-6.
What's he, a striker or a winger?
Striker.
Striker.
Do you how many shots he had yesterday when he came on? Probably more than our strikers have had all season.
Yeah, literally. He's come on and he's got everything. He's got great feet. He's got pace. He's strong.
Yeah.
And like when he picks it up and starts driving at people,
he's
near impossible to stop. but he's got great skill.
Yeah.
I think he came on round the keeper, and then chopped the defender, and someone else has handballed it off the line.
Oh, is it?
The ref has missed it.
Unbelievable.
Oh, so you didn't even get the pen?
Yeah, but it will create quite a few chances, and I think he will get a few. I think he will get a few goals.
And how I always judge a striker is, would I like to play against him? Would he scare me? And I think he would. You know what I mean? If he was playing against him, you think he's going to be a real handful. He's going to be very, very difficult to stop. But he will frustrate you. He'll get the ball on the archway line. You think, well, we'll just pop it up and go. Yeah. And he'll turn and lose it, and there's that frustration.
Does he get it back though?
He does work work hard. To be fair, that's another bit to his game.
That's what we've got to add to his game.
Yeah.
Bring people in and when and where.
Is he young?
So he's a young lad. Yeah. 21.
I feel like the players are just getting younger and younger.
That's it.
So you just chuck in a few experienced bodies in the team, and then get the young ones.
But that's like quite a few teams in the league this year. When you look at it, it's quite young. I think Harry Gay's team's quite young as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking the oldest on the team.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just 31.
That's it.
Listen to me, that's still young.
Worthing.
No, it is young. That's what I'm saying.
Worthing has got, I think, a very young team as well. They look to play, and they got, I think, 3 or 4 experienced players in there.
Yeah.
There's quite a few teams in the league, like literally giving opportunities to the younger players, because I think most of them the quality is there. It's just know-how at times, when to play, when to slow the game down, and that. So I think that's where you got to have a good balance to your team, especially at this level.
Okay.
I think that would be a big loss for us losing Fabian yesterday.
I was going to ask. Yeah. So how long does it normally take to come back from an Achilles injury?
I think over a year.
Really?
Yeah, about that I think.
It's a bad one, yeah. So. It is a bad one, because it's probably the worst football injury you can get. You know, like of what you sort of hear. I mean, like knee ops now, you can get back, like, you tear your ACL, you're back in 8 months.
I broke tib and fib, and out of all the injuries I could have done, like knees, and I'm happy I did that one.
How long was you out with that?
A year.
Yeah.
And I'll come back.
But it is a real long road with it.
Yeah, I'm happy I don't mess with like cartilage and when you start messing with all of that.
Achilles,
that's back there.
It's a really painful one as well.
And all your weight goes through it, and
I think it'd be a massive loss for us.
I thought we were so in control of the game yesterday, except the 10 minutes he went off. I thought we lost our shape. And
what was the score when he went off?
It was 1-0. We won 1-0. It was 1-0, but they were never going to score a goal. It was never in a game to me until that last 10 minutes, and because he's very disciplined in how he plays. Yeah. And we've got real athletes around him. But he's
an athlete as well.
Yeah, he gets around the pitch.
But what I'm saying is they're sort of like, if you like, they're younger and he's very disciplined. None of the other 3, I don't think, could play that holding role like him, because he's disciplined
and he just adds that balance.
Where he gets people in, So, and I think it's been key to us doing so well defensively over the last 3 games.
And have you got ready-made replacement? Boom.
Not really. No. It's not easy, because the other thing as well with Fabs, he's very experienced. Yeah. Which it's difficult to get, and I thought it was a great signing for us. And it will be a loss, but like I say, if we get someone in who's a different type of player, you have to adapt. You might have to adapt your game slightly. So we'll obviously deal with it and see what we can do, or if we've got someone in camp, or get someone in.
So how do you go about like signing players? So let's say Fabs.
I'll just poach him.
Is it literally just a phone call, how did you get in touch with Fabes? Like, did you know he was available? Like Fabian, did you know he was available?
Someone told me, because he went to Wingate. Yeah. But someone told me that he's leaving. He's not happy there. He's had something's happened, and he's not staying there. And he's always been someone that I liked as a player. Yeah. Playing once again, and it's not always you play against players you really notice them, but when someone does, you know they're decent, you know. And I always thought he was a very good player, and I was trying to phone him, you know, would you be interested? And,
but how do you go about like getting his number or something? Or is it just
that's easy these days, isn't it? Like, you know,
everyone. It's football. I think in the football community, everyone kind of knows everyone. So like to get hold of someone is not very hard. You could put the word.
Well,
out,
I mean,
the number.
when I first started managing, it was a real job, especially like South London boys and that.
Yeah.
Like it was really difficult to get them, but now like with social media, everyone knows everyone. They just it's easy to get a number.
Since you've become an assistant now, do you get the phone calls now like, get me down to Cheshunt, get me down to Cheshunt?
You know what? Not at the moment. I spoke to a couple of people the other day, and I think they were like, we have to get them down to come and train or have a word with the guy.
But is it hard though, because like you know them, do they have their expectation that you're just gonna kind of fast track them?
I think a few people do, but it's just like you can't at the minute. You can't just disrupt the whole team just like because someone you know asks you to bring them down. You got obviously I got to ask the gaffer first. And then
but that is something that he'd have to sort of, if you like, overcome as he gets. Because when I first went into it, it was like people think, oh, you're my mate, get me over there, you know, that sort of. And you can't do it. You can't do it, you know, and it's very, very difficult. Invariably, funny enough, players that recommend their mates. Oh yeah, Mark, mate, he plays centre mid. He's really deep. They come over, and I'll say 90% of the time they're nowhere near it. And it's the mate doing a favour, you know. So it's difficult, you know, and but it's something you've got to overcome.
Did you play football before you?
I was at Arsenal as a youth team player. Then
why are you laughing?
I was waiting for you to ask that. No. And then I was a real shit as a kid, honestly. I mean, funny enough, you know Evans Kouassi and Sean Bonnet Johnson. I had them as two young boys. They're ones at one's at Braintree, one's at Abridge now. You know both, don't you?
SB.
Okay.
Now, and I remember they was in the car. They was young players for me at Billericay. And they said to me, we was driving along, and they said, "What was you like?" I said, "I was the worst piece of shit." And they couldn't believe it because I'm really strict on the discipline and everything. And they said, "We thought you'd be really." Right straight and that. I said, no, I said, and this is what I said with him, and the way he winds me up, and Evans and Sean, I hate to see people that waste their talent. And I wasted mine. I knew, you know, and it's just how it was. And then, so, and believe it or not, why I left Arsenal was because all my mates were around the flats all the time. And that age, they're all with the girls and all that. And I'll be waiting at a bus stop or 236 to go to Arsenal. I'll be pissing down in it. I think to myself, oh, my mate, so that I ain't going tonight. And it's, you know, and it was happening more and more. And in the end, they let me go. And then I went into non-league football, and I was at Leytonstone with Laurie Leslie, and John Steele was reserve team manager. And I thought, this is rubbish. I'm better than this and all that. And then, because I was boxing at the same time, and then I just turned pro boxing, and I was pro for 10 years, and really lost all my best years football, but then came back, never got that level again, and just got into football coaching. And
what was your first main big job in football management?
First job was Barkingside.
Oh wow!
And we won that and won anything. It was the centenary year. That and won anything in 100 years. And the first year we won the Spartan League Premier, and we won the London Senior Cup, which for a club of our size was fantastic.
How many years ago was this now?
About 20.
Oh wow!
20 years, yeah.
Managing a long time then. You've been managing a long time.
Yeah. And we won everything, and then the following year they amalgamated with the South Midlands League, and we won that league. And then I went Barking, then Grays, Chelmsford, Dulwich.
What was it like at Dulwich for you?
Do you know Rod Stringer at Stalford?
No.
And like he said to me once, he said, I could never do that. Go over South London.
Yeah.
Like completely different culture, like from what he knows.
Yeah.
In Essex, and do the job. And I took that as a big compliment because I went over there, and it was obviously it's a very black area.
Yeah.
And as I said to you, it was such a hotbed of football, but it was so hard. And that's funny because I don't know if this is still the case, but it's so hard to get players from this side of the river to go and play over south side. But I've always had south side players play over here.
Yeah, I don't know why that is actually. Like players from South travel.
I used to ring all my. The only one who came with me over there was Shane Mangodza, God rest his soul. You know, he came over there. With Shane, I used to just pick the phone up wherever he was. We're going to Dulwich. Okay, no problem. And that was it.
Yeah, players from South will travel because I live in South. And, and I've always travelled, but north to South doesn't happen.
I said that, like some players, I say like, oh, I'm over at Dulwich. You fancy? Oh no, I can't. I'm travelling there. I said, you played with me at Chelmsford. It was 40 miles away. Yeah. I said, this is 12 miles. If that through the tunnel, you're there.
Sapps, would you have gone to South?
Nah.
But the great thing there, it was just such a hotbed of football, and I said, like I could say to the players, we had an 18-man squad. I could let that 18 men go on a Tuesday and replace them like for like almost on the Thursday. Yeah. It was unbelievable. Such a catchment area, and the club itself, I absolutely loved it. It was fantastic. Great people there. I still get on really well with them. I get on well with the new, you know, because Gavin, who's there,
Gavin
and Junior, they took over from me, and great guys, and probably, you know, they're better suited over there because they know the area better and to pull players in. But you know, it was different then. They didn't have all this the support they got with, you know, all the they got there.
The community and everything.
It was you know, it's very, very different. We didn't have any money like, you know, obviously like the money they got in there. Yeah. But it was tough. But I really, really liked the club.
Okay, when you looked at the Cheshunt job,
yeah,
you said you were at the bottom, right? Was it an attractive job for you then?
Cool, yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you, because I'd left Kingstonian, and it was just perfect. So, I mean, you know where Cheshunt is, the location.
Yeah.
I would, no problem. Like I say, the South London boys, they travel. It was a big catchment area for me anyway, like Tottenham, Edmonton, Arlo, Stalford, all around those areas. Yeah. It was easy with the Essex boys, easy with the London boys. But most importantly, I went in there and I met the owner, and I thought he was fantastic. And back in the day when I used to play at Cheshunt, you just want to get your points and get out of there, you know. But they've done the place up. They've got big plans for it. They're very ambitious. And he was just a great guy, and I came out there with Mrs. We was going away for a few days. Mrs. I said, I'm going to do this. I said, because they're just like, he's like one of our family. Yeah. You know, that type of character. And, you know, and to be fair, I mean, I said to him, we'd keep you up, and I said, we'll get you promoted next year. We've done that. But
do you have to throw money at it to get the promotion, though?
Not really. No. I mean, I don't think we was by any means the biggest hitters last year. You know, not nowhere near it really. But it was just easy for me it was an easy sell for me to get players there. Yeah. And then you do get that sort of like snowball and sheep effect that good players bring good players. You know, it's like you get a bar. If no one goes in there, it could be the best bar in the world. No one goes in there. No one goes in there. But you start getting people in there, and then everyone follows in there. You know, the same with players.
So, having played under him, do you kind of look out for where he goes to manage? Because you think, you know what, if he gets a good job, he might bring me on.
He'll always be one of my first goals.
You said Kingstonian.
Yeah.
So did he take you to Kingstonian?
Yeah. You know, I went there before
that's
that.
Surf, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I went there before that.
Yeah, you've been there before.
I left Billericay to go there, and we was doing alright, to be fair. I thought at that time we had a very good team. I think Dan Bennett, Dave, we part of that South team that won.
Yeah.
Benno was there, and we had a good team. And I thought that year we should have won the league, and then we didn't. Like I think East Thurrock might have won it that year.
Yeah.
And then, like from there, I just thought the travelling was a massive effect. So I got to come back to this side.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it really. Just.
So you were already at Kingstonian?
Yeah. And I got him back. No,
I went before.
Oh, you went before?
I left. Yeah.
And then when I got the job. Yeah.
I went back.
Going back.
Here's the question now. Yeah. So he calls you up,
yeah.
And then he says, "Look, I'm gonna go down. Do you wanna come? Blah blah blah." Do you talk about money at all, or is it a thing of like, you know what?
Yeah,
I know you, or is it like, listen, you're gonna have to sort me out properly for me to come?
Nah.
Well, I'll try not to talk about money, but he always wants to talk.
You know what? No, it's not really. It's like we'll speak in like the off season, and then we'll like sort something out way before like even we get back to pre-season and that, and then we'll just go from there. And like, obviously, it depends. Like for me, it's more on the location, like the traveling and that. So
obviously now you're in not Ryman. What do they call it now?
Is that Victor?
Yeah. Like Premier. If you now go up to conference, obviously he's at the latter years. Would you still take him to play if he was to get a job in the conference?
If he got himself fit, I'd play him every single time. But that's a big if. If he gets
what does that do for you when you hear stuff like that?
Nah, you know what? I think at times I do want to get back playing a bit more. Like I know I could easily get fitter and do the other side, but I think at times it's a bit more difficult now. Like where, like I think a lot of time I'm like focusing on business more, like on the other side of life. Like it's not like before you can just like drop everything and go to the gym, get fit as possible. And like there's other aspects to life now where you got to look after that side first, and then obviously football, like this level, like you're not going to be earning enough to cover like all your bills for the whole month and that. Yeah. So
I heard Cheshunt pay well though. So,
Did you see him play in the league?
Yeah, I've seen him play.
You seen him like on YouTube, all the videos.
Oh yeah,
when he's playing in the league. Centre halves, football league centre halves cannot deal with him. And Harold, you know, 29?
29.
You're still only 29? Oh, come on, Sapps, come on.
That's why I get frustrated. And this is what I say, like, because I threw away a lot of the things I did, like my football, you know, because of attitude and just, and I hate to see people waste it. And it is really, it's just a reflection on what I did. You know, and I don't want other people to do that because it's a horrible feeling when you get too old and you think it's gone there. Anymore, you can't go back and change anything. It's too late.
And you still can you remember training that time?
What hanging?
Yeah, can you remember training? Like normally when the ball's up in the air or whatever, you're not getting to it, and I just couldn't get it. Just put the arm, and then I was just not getting that ball, man. And like I could see you got like a lot there, but come on, you're still only 29. Man.
Yeah, you know what? I think you learn as you go along, and I think over the years, like I've played, I've like adapted little bits from watching other people's game, and that, like it's still all mentally there. It's just I just got to get more on the physical side. I think.
I bet you feel like we've ambushed you today. some intervention.
Yeah, like no, I do at times. I do think like I'm gonna try and have a great pre-season this year. Give it a go and that. But like at the start of July, you say that.
I know, man.
There's other things that creep in.
He's just laughing at you.
Yeah, you get a bit sidetracked on that. But like I still enjoy it. I still enjoy playing, like to a point. Like before, I think I didn't play for about a year.
Yeah.
And then when I was injured, I didn't play for about a year, and then like after that, you kind of like fall out of love with playing. And like, so I think it's been a bit of mixture of both. Like at times you do want to play, and then at times you just don't feel like you want to.
But now you like match days, like you're up for it now. It's back.
Yeah, no, match days. I'm always up for match days.
Just training.
If I'm playing or like even like if I'm helping out coaching, I'm always up for it. Like I like winning, so I go for it. I make sure the boys are all up for it.
Okay, so you talk about the boys as a team. What are your targets for this season? Because obviously you've just come up. Is it a thing of just trying to stay in the league?
Honestly and truthfully, for me, it will be going up again. But you know, if it meant that this year we find our feet a little, and I hate that word, like consolidate, going up, because it's just, I think you're accepting that you're not going to win enough games, and I can't accept that.
Yeah.
You know, so the goal is to win us every game we can, and see where it takes us. And but I'd be disappointed. I don't think I've in the Ryman Prem or Victor Prem. I don't think I've ever finished outside the top 10. You know, so I wouldn't want to definitely do that for this year.
Yeah.
So we finish as high as we are, and like I said to the boys, the thing is with us, and it happens every single year wherever we are, we'll improve. Yeah. We'll improve, and we'll improve dramatically because we work hard at it. We work very hard at it, and I think it gets its rewards. You know, and I know where I think we need to improve, and I'm constantly trying to improve that. And already I think we've got a good base to work from. Yeah. So, like I say, I mean, we have a little pyramid we set out, and then until you get to the top, and then that's when you've cracked it. Yeah. I think we'll be all right this year.
What areas do you guys feel like you need to improve on?
Okay. Well, it's a bit difficult to say because any of my players are watching this. But no, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think we need perhaps a bit more creativity. We've lost that, like what little Shane gave us last year, that magic man who just, you know, would pull the strings in there and really sort of open teams up. And he could score a goal. I think we now that might come. I've had it with sides where it's just comes naturally. You know, that all of a sudden boys start producing and the strikers start firing, and all of a sudden banging goals in left, right, and centre, and you have a big win, as you know. So you have a big win, and then the confidence is there, and it just so much easier. It happens. Yeah. But at the moment, I think we're not scoring enough goals. Yeah. But I'm sure that'll come. And like I say, the performances yesterday, there was a lot of good performances in going forward, but we just didn't. I don't think we got all the breaks yesterday. But we, you know, with a lad coming on who did very, very well. We've got another lad who broke his leg pre-season. That he'll be hopefully back in training by October, and he's a very good player. We've got one coming in on loan, hopefully for tomorrow. All the paperwork.
You not got tomorrow?
We've got
Casual?
Sorry?
Wolfen Casual.
No, we've got tomorrow. We've got Corinthian Casuals.
Corinthian Casual. Yeah, Wolfen Casual. Yeah, little casual.
So we've got, you know, so I think we, you know, like I say, it'll come. I think the hard work really for me is always getting this organised, and we're not going to concede. And now I think we've got that. Obviously, we can't relax on it. Yeah. But I think the other side, with the players we've got, will just come. And you know, we are. But I am looking to add one or two, just to give us a little bit more creativity in there.
Okay, as like when you're looking at other teams, obviously you focus on yourself first. Do you look at who other teams have signed and thought, oh, that's a good signing for them, or are there any signings? Sorry, are there any signings that you think people have made and you're just like, oh wow, that's a good signing for them?
Yeah, oh, they're always, you know, where you think, God, that was, and what's frustrating sometimes is we think, I might have got him, like if I'd have, but you don't know if they're available, you don't know they're unhappy in it, and then all of a sudden they've gone to another club and you think, God, I'd love to have him.
Are there any, which standout kind of transfers or signings would you say have been like really big this summer?
Oh, would you That's a tricky one.
Yeah, that's a hard one, I think.
Yeah.
I think personally, I would have in mind. I'd have Matty Johnson.
He's a good. Now, I didn't see, he went to Hornchurch, and I had him at Billericay, and I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
You know, it was one of them. He seemed, because in Billy Bricknell and Lewis Taft, they were like, seemed to go to club with each other.
Yeah.
And the other two, and I didn't see, and Matty lives out this way, and I didn't see that coming from Hornchurch, but I thought it was a great signing from, who's a great lad.
To be honest, Fabian for you guys is actually a really good signing.
I think that was a good signing, really good signing. And but funny enough, and what I do like to do is pull players out the hat that no one knows that ain't been on the circuit, and we've got a couple of them in, and I think they're going to be really good players. Yeah. So
I think Chid coming to Haringey as well as a
he always scores goals, and he was one Chid. I mean, I went after him last year, but he went to Hayes, and I wasn't, because I had some really good strikers coming in. Yeah. And I thought no, and whether we'd have got him in front of Haringey, I don't know. I think I'd have had a chance, but I wish I had him now after last week.
Yep. Was he a handful in the game itself though?
No, I don't think. See, with Chid, I don't think he's one who's always in the game. He's not one of them really busy strikers. Yeah. But he gets his chance. He scores goals, and people like that are priceless. Yeah. You know,
to be fair, I thought
go on.
He had one chance. I think that was his only opportunity. Where I think the whole game, I thought the back four done quite well. Yeah. And then I think it's just that lapse, and I think the positional, and where he's picked it up, like he's running in from the halfway line. Yeah. Like from the angle, I thought we had it covered, but to be fair, it's a great strike where he's hit.
He should. I mean, like the keeper's got to save it. I mean, he's not a good keeper, Harry, but I think he's got to save it. And the two boys at the back. Well, I mean, we had the one he's got to cross to your midfield player. Yeah. His corner's been flicked on, gone wide. Midfield players, he can only go one place because he only had Chid up front. Yeah. And these two are switched up on the halfway line, and it was really poor, you know. But the keeper's got to communicate. He's got to be organising. And what disappointed me, he's got to run on us from the halfway line, and we ain't got a challenge in. Yeah. The two players, the other one's got to be out in a covering position. He's got to drop off. Yeah. At least get a challenge. I said, if he beats you, and then beats Ibs, who's covering, and rattles one in, you got to hold your hands up. Yeah. But for us not to get a challenge in when he's run from the halfway line was really, really poor. But it's the positive in it. It was a really, if you like, painful lesson because it's cost us the game. But it's a lesson that we'll learn. It won't happen again this season.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So before we wrap up, because we've got managers. See, we normally do players, but because you're on the managers side, we're gonna do managers. Who are like your top 3 managers, like in pro football of all time?
Oh. I know who you say.
You gonna say Wenger?
No way. Nah. Obviously Fergie, Alex Ferguson, definitely number 1. I'd say Mourinho, Jose Mourinho, because he's a serial winner. He just wants to win. Yeah. And I think everything he enters, he tries to win.
Any other Man United managers? Ain't names.
And I think I like Jurgen Klopp, to be fair. Yeah, I'd love to have him at United. I think his energy reflects on the players and all his playing teams, like the way they play, and you can see like they go out and give 110% from every game. Like if they're starting or on the bench after the game, you can see the whole team togetherness and everything that he brings to the table.
That's actually a good point because it all starts from the management.
Yeah, I think so.
Does it? Like, do your players on the pitch reflect you guys?
Definitely. Yeah. And do you know sometimes, and I had this, funny enough, the first game, the manager said to me, like, East Thurrock manager, he said to me, they didn't look like one of your teams. And that hurts me, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I think it does, and what you said I think is great about Klopp and Guardiola. You can see the passion in their game and what it means to them. And I think they're right up there. I mean, of the modern day managers, I think them, Fergie, and like going back before is Brian Clough. I thought what he did was incredible. No one will ever do what he done.
Is Brian Clough one of your managers that you're going to name?
Yeah, I'll go. Okay. I will go Brian Clough. I would go second. I would go Fergie, and third Guardiola.
Oh,
yeah.
you put Pep above. That's interesting. Okay, cool. Well, guys, thank you very much for coming on. Hope you've enjoyed it. Guys, remember to keep liking, subscribing, sharing, all that good stuff, and stay up to date with all of the Ball Hour content. And look out for other content which is coming to the channel very soon. So yeah, that's it from us. Till next week.
Thanks very much, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah.
I'm going over the club now. Roms are playing.